so eloquently said, as we act, let us not become the evil that we deplore.
As a country, we did not listen to Congresswoman Barbara Lee back then. Let's listen to her now. I'm delighted to be joined by Congresswoman Lee, Democrat of California. Thanks so much for coming on the show this evening. People may not remember, but that vote was on the Friday following 9/11, that same week. Emotions were running high. Even then, Congressman Bernie Sanders did not vote with you. What is your memory of that week and that vote? I'm sure you've been thinking about it these past few days.
Thank you, Mary. I've been thinking about it. Then I knew we had to do something. I mean, we had lost so many people. A terrorist attack against our country. Actually, my chief of staff, his cousin, Wanda Green, was a flight attendant on Flight 93, and I was sitting in the Capitol, and they took down that plane. And so reflecting on that, and now 20 years later, is really very sobering in a lot of respects. But also, I knew then that it could spiral out of control, and that if we didn't think through the impact and the implications, and I've been thinking about this week, because now I'm terrified, and I'm really so worried, and like everyone, concerned and working every hour to try to figure out how we make sure that no more lives are taken, that Afghans are transported out and evacuated, those who supported us, Americans, our diplomats, NGOs, women and children. How in the world are we going to get this done quickly? Because they're in danger. And so that's what I'm thinking about more so. And as I chair the subcommittee that provides a lot of the funding for our refugee resettlement assistance, for our visas, and for all of the diplomatic and development funds that we have that would help in this terrible, terrible tragedy, really, of evacuating people so that they don't get killed.
I'm glad you mentioned the refugees and the evacuation. I hope members of Congress will put pressure on this administration, on the State Department, to get Afghans out, get them those SIV visas. But let me ask you this. Is Afghanistan going to become a stain on America's conscience and on our foreign policy standing in the world for decades to come, similar to the way in which Vietnam was for so long, especially, as you mentioned, given the way we're leaving?
Well, let's hope we learn lessons. You know, we cannot nation build. This was a 20-year war, the longest war in American history. Whether you agreed or not with the use of force 3 days after the horrific attacks, the mission was accomplished years ago in terms of Osama bin Laden and al-Qaeda. And I think the president was absolutely correct in putting it in the historical context for why he made his decision, which I think was the correct decision. But the planning and the movement toward where we are today, I don't think was well thought out and well planned. And so we have to do more. And so I think we need to learn the lessons of the last 20 years and just know and recognize that we can't go out throughout the world and nation build. We have many, many issues that we must address in terms of global peace and security, and recognize that military action is not going to solve the world's problems. That's a fact. And I think we're seeing that right now.
Yes, not only do we struggle with nation building abroad, we struggle with it at home. We're still trying to get through an infrastructure bill. Congressman, you were isolated back then after 9/11. You were the only person voting in that way, very boldly, very courageously. Today, though, you have the very anti-war squad. You have AOC, Ilhan Omar and others. You even have Republican allies in the House and the Senate when it comes to restraining presidential war-making powers. I wonder, what do you make of this shift on foreign policy that you've personally seen in the last 20 years in Congress?
Well, this took a lot of movement building, a lot of public education. Young people around the country, the public, finally really realized that these forever wars, one, takes away resources from nation building here at home, but two, that we have to use our three stools in a way that's more balanced of our foreign policy: diplomacy, development, and defense. We have not used our development and diplomacy strategies and toolbox the way we should have. And so I think the sentiment now is, look, we have to step back and we have to see what we can do to make sure that we're safe in this country, but that we also support other countries, but use the diplomatic and diplomacy tools that we have before we use the military option. The military option is always there to use in terms of our national security. And so we built the movement. The movement built us, and we were able to finally pass the repeal of the 2002 authorization that authorized the use of force in Iraq, and we're working now in 2001.
You were able to do that. Congresswoman Barbara Lee, we appreciate your activism and your movement building and that vote in 2001. Appreciate you coming on the show tonight, too.